And we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Season 5, Week 6 here at Aragon. Is that how you pronounce it? Aragon?
I wish I could tell you. I have no idea.
You were supposed to look up the facts beforehand.
Okay, I looked up the facts.
I'm pretty upset. But we're here at, I'm going to say Aragon. They both sound kind of weird, but we're here at this track. This is your fake racing driver, Marcus Osborne, with his co-host, former OMEC Season 2 champion, Devin Adams, in the booth. How's it going tonight?
Going all right.
Did you remember?
How you doing tonight?
Good. Did you remember that you were a season champion?
Yes, I do.
I did not.
Wow, that hurts. That hurts.
I know. I was looking through the historical stats and whatnot, and I was like, oh, Devin Adams, Season 2 champion.
Yeah, Nate
GT4.
probably should have won that season.
Nah, you won.
Yeah, but he only lost because he had one extra drop week.
He lost because he lost. But we are here 25 minutes into qualifying. Only 5 minutes left. Doesn't look like a lot of people are still out on the track. It's kind of overcast out here. A little cold weather. I think it was only 74 degrees. We did have a little bit of controversy this week. There were some rumblings in the pits because the officials decided to change the track layout one day before the race. How do you think that's going to affect everyone tonight?
Well, I hope they didn't get practice on the longer layout.
They did.
Ooh.
And now they're on the short layout.
No, this is not the shortest layout.
Well, it's shorter than the one. It's the... We're doing the motorcycle
shortest.
Grand Prix instead of the Grand Prix.
The shortest is 1.478 miles.
I think the Supreme layout is the outer. Have you seen that one?
Is that the one where they take out that last chicane?
Yeah, that big weird bus stop.
Yeah, they take that one out.
Yeah, not a fan of that one. They take it out. And then he's got that big Fuji-like straight.
Exactly. That's what this track needs. I think that's the only thing that would make it entertaining.
It is. We got our man, though, Scott Kimbrough, up in P1. P2, surprisingly this week, not Aubrey Kandal. We have Adam Waukay. I don't think he has been up in P2 this entire season, has he?
Not the season, he hasn't.
No.
I'm just surprised Scott Kimbrough is almost a full second ahead of P2.
I'm not surprised. He's a fast guy. But that is crazy.
He's quick.
0.8 of a second ahead. All while maintaining an A499 license.
I think that speed just comes with the safety. Or the
That's
safety
true.
just comes with the speed.
I mean, if you're good, you can avoid incidents.
Because think about it. If he's that quick, is he really getting that much of a field to crash into him?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
think-
Well, he probably is when he's lapping the entire field.
Yeah, you're right.
Depends if they get over for him, respect that blue flag.
But then again, he's 5K. They probably have a little bit of common sense.
That is true. You know, again, I'm not seeing too many Mercedes tonight. What do you think? Lamborghini on top.
Yeah.
Ferrari in P2, Adam Waukay, he has faithfully ran that Ferrari every week. I haven't seen him change around to the Metacar every week. He runs that brown, beautiful Valhalla Ferrari.
There is a Mercedes. That's all that matters.
And P11.
Hey,
And P18.
that's all that matters.
And you in last place. You did not join this race as a spectator.
Yeah, I realized it as soon as I did it.
That is very upsetting.
You can yell at me later.
Devin Adams. Now I have to disqualify you.
Oh. But I already hit ready to race, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Well, yeah, it'll show up on my timing board.
Oh.
There you go. Disqualified, sorry.
That's disappointing. I was going to get up and drive halfway through the race.
That would be good. You could be our man in the field.
Exactly. I could get all the camera angles.
We're aboard with Aubrey Kandal. He has to make up only 0.2 of a second. He's got some green sectors. If he gets last sector make it purple? He can't. It's yellow.
Aaron Myers out of nowhere. Getting up to second place.
Aaron Myers in second place. Another Ferrari. Two names up in the top 5 we're not used to seeing. Another Valhalla. Is Aaron Myers and Adam on the same team? Where's the team sheet? I don't have it pulled up because I suck at my job.
Team sheet.
The teams.
Oh, yep.
You know, like 2 people participating in an event. Their
Like
points
together?
add up together. You know, they might work together to reach a common goal.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
It does.
Here we go. What were you looking for?
Who's Adam Wake's teammate? I think it's Aaron Myers.
Is this not the team sheet?
You're killing me.
What happened to the team sheet?
Oh, it's in live OMEC official standings. They're combined now.
Yeah, it was.
It's a tab on the bottom.
Yeah, there's 2 sheets, and the one is results, and then the other one's just like a weird-looking sprint endurance sheet.
I'll send this to you. Hold on.
It's not even like labeled right.
The only thing that's going through my head is the It's Always Sunny episode where they get quiet and Frank Reynolds is like, dead air. That's us right now as I scramble for this sheet. There you go. Can you open that link? Hope so.
Let's see.
Dead air. Aaron Myers holds P2.
There we go.
Only by 0.08 of a second off a Hay. I think they're the same team.
Matthew
They
Wyckoff.
aren't. Wyckoff. So where is Aaron Myers? He's lower down there. He's on no team. He's out there by himself.
He's going for that individual.
He's just out there, raw dogging life. Right
Man, you see
now,
the point difference between P1 and P1? They're both tied. They're 212 points. Mike Braun and Jake Luther.
the points aren't in here for Road Atlanta and Bathurst. I think we have the wrong sheet. What's Bob doing to us?
Bob. Oldman here.
He's probably doing the driver meeting.
No, it's already over.
Dead air. I'm gonna go to standings. We're gonna find this. This has to be super interesting to listen to. Okay, so if you just go to the Discord and click the standings link.
Is that right?
Yeah, they are not tied. Scott Kimbrough and Jake Luther are separated by 5 points. But we do have everyone lining up on the grid. They're about ready to start. Do you want to walk us through? Do your grid walk?
I guess I can do the
favorite
grid
activity?
walk. We got Scott Kimbrough in first place with a 148.9. We got Aaron Myers in second place with a 149.6. Adam Wake in third place with a 149.7. Then we got Aubrey Condal, Mike Braun, Nate Sides. That's your P4 through 6. We got Kevin Hayes, Michael Doyen, Patrick Cantrell, Jeffrey McDonald, Chris Wells in the Mercedes, the beautiful Mercedes.
Beautiful.
7. That's 7 to 11 for you. Then we got Kevin Medita in 12th, John Kelly in 13th, Richard Costanza in 14th, our Lord and Savior Bob Lindell in 15th, Tony Caicedo. We figured out how to say his name, didn't we?
It's Caicedo.
Caicedo in 16th, Shane Brown in 17th, Sheldon Rosenbaum in 18th,
Ooh, look at that
Mitch
paint.
Buenaventura in 19th.
Wait, go back. Do you see that? Do you see that Ferrari paint? That Tron paint? It's beautiful.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Anyways, Mitch Buenaventura in 19th.
Nick Terrell in 20th, and me, a Season 2 OMEC veteran winner, by the way,
Gotta
in
be
21st.
Racing and broadcasting. I think I have to just disqualify you again. Oh, you're just gonna show
No,
up
I
at
was
the
already
timing tower.
disqualified.
How do I hide you from the timing tower?
There's got to be some way you can do it. With your little fancy whatever.
I don't know how.
We got a full pace lap around here today.
Full pace lap. Usually the full pace lap are reserved for the American tracks. I don't know why we got it here, but
It's a long track to have a full pace lap, 2-3
we
miles.
got it. Now here's the thing: you're sitting there on the pace lap. How much you gotta really think about saving your fuel while you're on this long pace lap?
You know what I'm looking at?
What?
You see how many Sudi guys there are?
How many?
Just sitting on. No, just look at the grid. Just them sitting on the line. There's so many SUDI guys.
There's no one sitting on the line. They're driving.
Well, yeah.
You gotta
But-
get with the action. Get with the times. What do you think I pay you for?
You don't pay me. You don't feed me either.
We got the two. Oh, the one Valhalla up front. I thought it looked like for a second that Scott Kimbrough wasn't in front, but of course Scott Kimbrough is in front.
He's already lapping the field. Oh, there's 2 Mercedes.
There is 2 Mercedes.
It's beautiful.
It's amazing.
What a day to be alive.
I love that Tron Ferrari. I don't know if it's actually Tron, but it's beautiful.
I don't know. I'm personally a fan of the number 113 car and the number 690 car.
Which one's the 113 car? Why
The
I still don't have
Mercedes.
car numbers.
2 best cars in the game, obviously.
Wait, here's car number. I have car numbers. Look at that. We got car numbers.
You see this corner, these set of corners? It's kind of like the corkscrew. I kind of like it.
So I drove this earlier. I really do like that the corkscrew corner right there. Just if the bus stop wasn't there, it'd be perfect. I really love the Lamborghini of Aubrey Condal. That matte teal looks real good up there with the Valhalla Ferraris. I do love the 7-Eleven Jet Ski Cup of Nate Sides, who is our highest qualifying OMEC member tonight. Followed by Kevin Hayes. Kevin Hayes up there. Kevin Hayes usually not up there, but he's up there. Look at him go. Our boy Kevin Hayes, P7.
I think either him or Nate Sides are going to take this home for OMEC tonight.
Do you think Kevin Hayes and Nate Sides are going to get in a wreck turn 1?
No, they have too much respect for each other.
Did Nick Tyrrell really crash?
Oh, he must have.
I don't think so. He's just going real
Got
slow.
Tyler in the chat saying the Valhalla cars are looking good. Can't agree more with that.
Oh, Nick Tyrrell came to a stop. He's cheesing those tires. Nick Tyrrell in the Ferrari. I'm thinking the Ferrari is the meta car tonight, because I've never seen Nick drive a Ferrari in my life.
Nick
shows
drives
up.
Ferrari?
Yeah, he drove.
I didn't even know he owned one.
He has showed up faithfully in the Lamborghini or the Audi every season. All of a sudden, he's here in a Ferrari.
Yeah, I didn't even know he owned the Ferrari.
The Germans are going to be upset.
Bob Lindell is going to be upset.
That's true. Is Bob Lindell still? Yeah, he is in his Porsche. Bob and Patrick never drive anything but the Porsche.
Bob, driving something other than the Porsche.
That's true. And we still
You're a
have
funny guy.
Jeff McDonald and that Ninja Botanicals Porsche out there. John Kelly.
Ninja Botanicals? Is this the time to plug them?
Yeah, your number one Kratom dealer. But right now we're coming up to the line. The pace car is in. The green flag is out, and here they come, firing down to turn 1. Coming 3 wide into turn 1. We've got the Valhalla Lamborghinis right on the back of Valhalla Ferraris right on the back of Scott Kimbrough. Everyone's keeping it clean through turn 1. Coming through turn 2, this big sweeper that Valhalla's going on the outside, right all over the back of Scott Kimbrough, looking to make a move. Hopefully they can keep it clean. There is, looks like Mike Braun wide on the outside. Might have got pushed off. There's this little left-hander here with that sausage curb. It's definitely a rough one to hit. You don't want to do that. Still no crashes. Everyone's still keeping it clean, and we still have these Valhalla Ferraris all over the back of Scott Kimbrough. Looking like they're getting a little squirrely coming out of there. I have a feeling Scott Kimbrough is calm, cool, and collected. And those Ferraris might burn up their tires trying to get to the back of him.
Looks like we got Rich Damasio in chat, rooting for Scott Kimbrough and Aubrey Kundal.
They can do it. Aubrey Kundal has fallen backwards a little bit. We do have a crash back there. That was Nate Sides off track. Kevin Hayes caught up in that. Michael Doyen.
You just had to jinx it. Kevin Hayes and Nate Sides.
Let's go see what happened. Oh, Nate Sides just lost it. They kept it out of the wall. What happened to Kevin Hayes? Kevin Hayes also in an Audi tonight. Looks like Nate Sides loses it in front of him. And does that cause it? Who does he crash into? We're going to find out. There's Nate Sides in front of him. Back in, comes around a little bit, tries to catch it. And then Kevin Hayes does the same thing.
Oh, they both just self-spawn.
Doesn't quite get it snapped back. And right into the wall. That is a beautiful...
The engine's in the back on those Audis.
But yeah, and the paint looks beautiful as it's spinning around the track. He keeps it out of traffic, though.
I like that purple on there.
I do. That looks beautiful. I got a lot of screen time. What happened to Michael Doyen? Looks like he jumped to the pits. Oh, he's in the Porsche behind him, and he got caught up. Who was that? The Mercedes tagged him. How did he spin? Michael Doyen. All three of these guys just keep, spin, spin, spin.
T-bone.
Who was that Mercedes that T-boned him? Was that Chris Wells?
That was Shane Brown. I think it was Chris Wells.
Ooh, that messed up the Porsche good.
No, Shane Brown still has his bumper. It had to be Chris Wells.
So that was Chris Wells. That was Michael Doyen in the Porsche. He had to get towed to the pits. Looks like as we were watching all that, we had a crash from John Kelly. We'll go back to the action here soon, but we have to see what happened. Ninja Botanicals. Another classic Porsche. Ooh, nailed that sausage curb, and that unsettled the car. Rear end slides around straight into the barrier. Bob Lindell matrixes his way, slowed down time, got around him just in time.
Ninja Botanicals are one distributor to Kratom in South Florida.
Just don't do it while you're driving.
Just don't do it while you're driving.
We gotta see this from Bob Lindell's cockpit cam. Hold on. I'm so terrible at this. Bob Lindell, cockpit. We got John Kelly in front of him, smashes that sausage curb. Bob made that look so easy. Got her slowed down. Not a problem. Tony Caicedo went off track. Hopefully not battling with Mitch Buenaventura. They've been having it out lately. Just a little bit on the gravel, but keeps it together. And he's going to have Jeff McDonald ride all over the back of him.
Chris Wells not losing any speed with that front end impact. Missing a bumper. Not phasing him.
You got that big German V8. You don't need anything. Michael Doyen left the pits. We are back up here with our leaders. We got Scott Kimbrough out the front, but also Jeff McDonald did end up getting around Tony Caicedo. Gotta see if we got some fight from Tony tonight. Trying to do the switcheroo, maybe send it up the inside. Didn't quite have the line, couldn't quite make that run happen. The front, you got Scott Kimbrough. Looks like he's starting to spread out, make that gap. It's like Max Verstappen running away in the Red Bull car. Adam Wauke trying his best behind him. With Aaron Myers, not his teammate, but running the same paint. Mike Braun and Aubrey Kundal and the Lamborghinis behind the two Ferraris. Hopefully working together. Who's Mike Braun's teammate?
Mike Braun?
Yeah.
Mike Braun's teammate is Scott Kimbrough.
So Aubrey and Mike Braun, I don't think are going to be working together. Are they both on separate Empire Racing teams? I don't think so.
No, Aubrey is with Will Coffey with Longshot Racing.
So we might get a fight here. Although this is an endurance race, we got 90 minutes of racing, and there is a possibility of a yellow flag tonight if something happens. So drivers are definitely going to be weighing that out. You might want to battle. You might just want to hang back, save your tires, and see what happens. As usual, with the whole 90-minute race, they only have one tire change available. So you got to make your tires last. You only get one tire change for 90 minutes. Pretty self-explanatory. I over-explained that. We got a crash from John Kelly. We're going to see what happens. His front end was looking a little damaged. Maybe that threw off the aero balance of the car a little bit. Hit another sausage curb. He's just launching off those bad boys all night. He's really beating the hell out of that Porsche. Nick Tiro made a pass on Mitch Buenaventura. There he is in that Ferrari coming up the back. Sent it on the inside. Thought he was going to pass two at one time. Almost got it done. And then you got Nate Sides coming up on the back of Mitch. Also looking to make a move. And there he goes, making a pass on that Sudi Mercedes. You still got Nate Sides behind Mitch Buenaventura. Wasn't able to get a pass made. We're going to go on board with Nate Sides. In the Lamborghini, looks like a traffic jam there. Mitch Buenaventura going a little slow, lets him around on the outside, and he's coming out the back of Chris Wells in that Sudi Mercedes that is missing a front bumper. Nate Sides looking a little frustrated. There he is on the inside. He's got a lot of ground to make up to catch up to Nick Terrell in that Ferrari. Nate Sides is down 8 spots from his qualifying due to that earlier incident.
Nick Terrell is really jumping up spots. He started in 20th. He's already in 14th.
Nick Terrell is a man on a mission. He's currently 2.5 seconds behind Bob Lindell.
I'm going to go out and say it. He's probably going to go top 10 today.
He might. Down 2.2 seconds. We'll see how much time he makes up. He's going to be catching up to this pack. Down to 1.9 seconds. We got Myers and Braun. I see a couple of trading positions up there. Aaron Myers looks like, or Braun trying to get around Myers. They saw the position flip a couple times. We'll see if Braun is going to make another move here in this Lamborghini. Coming through the corkscrew that's not corkscrew. Up to this big long straight. We'll see if he has the exit. Do you think the Ferraris are better here because they're turbo for this big long straight?
If I had to guess, they're probably pretty quick, but I'm pretty sure the Ferraris are one of the heavier GT3s, aren't they?
I'm not sure, but the Ferraris feel super numb. I don't like the way they feel. I love the old Ferrari, but the new one I really don't enjoy.
Yep, I'm in the same boat. But then again, I am a Mercedes enjoyer. I don't know if I've said that enough tonight.
I don't think so.
I can mention another 5 times before the end of the race. Don't worry about that.
I'm looking forward to it. I like to hear your Mercedes sympathizer.
It's just a beautiful car.
I mean, they are the muscle cars of Germany.
Exactly.
I'd rather have a Mercedes than a BMW.
Yeah. Basically the same thing, though. Just one's more luxurious.
Just waiting for Braun to make a move. We're going to go back. We're going to do a replay here, see how Braun did make that move. Sent it up the inside of Aaron Myers there. Adam Wake off in the front. Tried to hold around the outside, but that Ferrari just has the legs. He was able to power out of it. He's got the inside turn for the next corner. And Mike Braun wasn't able to hold that position that he was able to take. Let's look through the field here. We got Tony. Why is his name so hard to remember to pronounce? Caicedo. Tony Caicedo. All over the back of Jeffrey McDonald, Ninja Botanicals. Shout out to him, Florida.
South Florida Kratom Distributor. You need Kratom in South Florida. NinjaBotanicals.com. They're the hookup.
They are the hookup.
Looks like we got Beamer in chat saying, Elif, let's go Caicedo, the greatest racer ever. And then we got Maddie saying, let's go Valhalla Boys.
Valhalla Boys are looking good. Here's our boy Kevin Myers. Got the pass down on that Sudi Mercedes. Something happened to Aaron Myers because he is falling back in the lineup. We're going to go back and see. Mike Braun finally got around him. Looks like that same corner Is
We got
Aaron Myers a
corrected in
weak
chat.
spot?
Caicedo.
Caicedo. I knew that.
Caicedo.
Caicedo.
Yeah, well, I'm probably still getting it wrong.
Mike Braun still behind Aaron Myers. We're looking to see what happened to Aaron Myers that he fell back in the... Looks like he just got on the gravel in that corner a little bit there, and the two Lamborghinis were able to get around him. Beautiful. That is our battle up front. We have Sides and Terrell looking pretty close. Sides has caught up to Terrell. Looks like he is going to try to get a move made. He's all over the back of him. I like Nick Terrell's nice little Road Atlanta map on the back there. I think he's confused. He's probably confused on what track he's on. I need a track map. What corner is this?
That's a fantastic question. I have never driven this track.
Right now they're coming up to this bus stop, which is turn 12. We got Bob Lindell, Nick Terrell, and we are on board with Nate Sides coming through turn 13. We're going to come up to this tight chicane of 14 and 15. Nate Sides is compromising that one corner. Hopefully get a good exit, get a run on Nick Terrell coming down this big long straightaway. He was hoping to get more of a run there on the exit, but not quite. Nick Terrell's definitely hunting down Bob Lindell up there. He's going to try to make a move, and I think that's going to be Nate Sides' opportunity to try to get something done, follow the leader through. Nick Terrell taking an aggressive wide line out there. Bob Lindell taking an aggressive inside line, but they're both getting through the corner about the same speed. Nick Terrell runs wide. Bob Lindell disappears into the ether, but then comes back. Ate too many edibles. He's going to be okay. Nick Terrell looking like he's going to make a move up the inside. Sends it. Bob lets him through, and Nate Side follows it through like a parade.
Bob's too focused on talking about those shadow people.
Shadow people get you every time.
I had to distract him during that 24. He was just going on and on about the aliens and the shadow people.
And there goes Nate Side coming up the inside. Not the inside, that's the outside. Nate Side is definitely picking A side.
I see what you did there.
Get it?
I see what you did there.
Fuck,
and I
I'm
do
funny.
not like.
That's turn 7. We're coming up to turns 8 and 9. The Laguna Seca corkscrew that is not in California, but is in fact in Italy. With the 7-Eleven Styrofoam Cup Audi. Do you know the cups I'm talking about? I don't know if they're actually from 7-Eleven, but there's those specific
like
styrofoam cups. Yeah.
Yep.
It's actually from a jet ski. But I like styrofoam cup.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Thanks.
Isn't it?
I don't know what the brand is at all.
But I think I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, the jet ski is Skidoo.
Yeah.
We got a whole gaggle of cars coming up here. Nick Terrell in the Ferrari, Sheldon Rosenbaum in the Porsche, Kevin Medina on the BMW, and Tony Caicedo. Caicedo? I forgot it again. Tony. Tony.
Dope.
I'm just gonna call him Tony for the rest of the broadcast.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you say that every time. We got Nick Terrell coming off the back of Sheldon Rosenbaum. I think at this point, Nate Sides is probably just playing the fuel-saving game, looking to just stick behind Nick Terrell for the rest of this race. Or at least until the pit stops come around. Because Nick Terrell's a pretty big clutching, fuel-saving, GT3 driving kind of guy. In case you don't know. Up in the front, we still have Braun, Kundal, and Myers in third, fourth, and fifth. Aaron Myers trying to make some ground up there, but looks like he just can't quite get it done. Coming through this terrible bus stop back onto the main straight. How far is Scott Kimbrough ahead of the field? There's Scott Kimbrough all by himself, 4.5 seconds.
Yeah, 4.5 seconds already, and we're only on lap 9.
For Adam.
15 minutes in.
Amazing.
Almost like he knows what he's doing out there.
Almost like he's been around the block a few times. Almost like he's accumulated some iRating in his life.
Let's see, how long has he been on the service?
We're going to do a deep dive into Scott Kimbrough's history. I hope you're ready, Scott Kimbrough. I hope you've scrubbed every part of his online. Bring up his LinkedIn. Just kidding.
Oh, no,
just
not
kidding.
his
Just
LinkedIn.
kidding. Don't do that. Does he have a MySpace? Do you forget about it?
With 5,060 iRating and a 4.99. He even has some score in the time trials. He's at a 1,500.
Damn. Even a time trialing guy.
Really? Did you know that Scott Kimbrough only has 197 starts in official races on road?
In how many years?
I don't know where to find that on the app.
Oh. You're gonna go look up the years.
Oh, here we go. He's been racing since 2018.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what I was having for lunch in 2018. Probably hamburger helper.
He must have been living life.
You could
Could
say
only
that.
afford ramen back then.
I mean, hamburger helper is not that much more expensive than ramen. I didn't say I had the
Mm.
hamburger to put in the helper.
Oh, okay.
I was
Probably put tuna in there, didn't
I
you?
was just eating helper back then. There's Scott Kimbrough, as usual, just blowing away. But Adam Waukay still up in P2. He's got Mike Braun behind him, Aubrey Kundal and Aaron Myers still in this little gaggle of cars at the front. I'm thinking they're going to be working together. They know that they're pulling away from Patrick Cantrell back in P6, so why fight? You know, just stay in the draft, save fuel, save the tires, see what's going to happen with the yellow flag.
Another interesting fact about Scott Kimbrough is his last race was the Daytona 24. He got 6th place.
6th place.
That's pretty good.
Good job.
We'll take that.
I don't know what place I
Oh,
got.
Bob's
but it wasn't
keying up.
6th. What do you mean Bob's keying up?
He turned down his voice chat there for a second. He's going to spread the propaganda about the shadow people.
Some Gen Z speak I'm not aware of.
What do you mean?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He tried to use the voice chat button in iRacing.
Oh, I can't see that.
Yeah, he tried to
Because I'm a
use that.
spectator. I didn't join the race like you. There's Adam Waukay off into the nether regions of Aragon. Did he get a slowdown from that? Do you get a slowdown there? It does look like someone's catching up to him. Looks like he's trying to clear a slowdown. That's going to be Mike Braun behind him. Definitely going to be looking to make a move. We'll see if he gets a run. There he is. Sneaks on the inside. Coming down this main straight. Coming up to the bus stop. Turn 13. We're going to take that hard left. He is in front of him, and Aubrey Kundal also going to sneak up on the inside into turn 13, and there's the 2 Lamborghinis in front of them through the bus stop, back on the main straight, coming up to the final hairpin. I would say they were going to play like a team, but when the opportunity presents itself, you got to do what you got to do. Also, that wasn't the bus stop. That was the last hairpin.
Rich Domazio thinks that your voice reminds him of a guy from Men in Black 3.
I hope that's a
the
good thing.
clerk that has a time jump tech.
All that isn't that like is that the one that turns into a bug or something?
I have no idea, but he said it's not a bad thing at all.
All right, fantastic. I'm glad I got a good voice because I don't have good broadcasting skills. We got the two Ferraris. Looks like Adam Wauquet even having more trouble. There goes Aaron Myers around him. I wonder if he still had a little more slowdown to clear, or he's just a little flustered from that mistake. Tires got a little overheated. I like the subtle difference in the shades of brown on those Ferraris. Do you like the light brown or the dark brown more? I think dark brown might look a little better.
Yeah, I like the one you're spectating right now because it has that gold in it, that little bit brighter gold. You know?
Oh, you like the light brown better?
Yeah.
It does stick out more.
I'm not really a fan of brown either way, though.
I think as you get older, you start to like brown. I don't know why. I hated brown shit. All of a sudden, I'm starting to like it. I'm about 4 months from turning 30, and I'm like, look at that brown car. That looks pretty good.
See, no. I'll have none of that.
How old
Black.
are you? You 30 yet?
I'm 21.
Yeah, see, you got 9 years. You wait. I'm going to check back up with you in 9 years, and you're going to be like, yeah, I was looking at a brown Toyota Camry at the dealership, and it was looking pretty fire. Really good gas mileage on that thing.
Think a Camry's going to exist in 9 years?
Oh, Camry will exist until the end of time.
The first flying car is going to be a Camry.
Nah, we won't. Do you want anyone to fly? Flying cars are dumb. You know how heavily regulated flying is? You know the paperwork you'd have to file to go to work?
That would be really bad.
Yeah, you have to make a flight plan every time you want to go get some $5 wine from Target. We ain't got time for that. But back here in 6th place, has nothing to do with flying. We have Patrick Cantrell. We're making our way back to the grid. He has just found himself hot lapping. 25 seconds back from Adam Hay, 6 seconds ahead of McDonald.
I have some insider information here.
On who?
The Valhalla guys. Apparently one of them is running the wrong spec map, and that's why the browns are a different shade.
Does the spec map make you slower too?
Spec map nerf.
Could be true. Behind Patrick Cantrell, we have Jeff McDonald, who is slowly closing the gap on Patrick. So, Patrick, as the team manager of OMEC Sim Racing, you better kick it into gear, or we're going to have a talk after this race. Behind Jeff McDonald, Kevin Medina. Haven't seen much of him all race. Been kind of quiet, just cruising around the top 10. He does have Tony Caicedo. I'm never going to say his name right once. How do you say it? Correct me again. Say Do. I won't remember it next time. But I feel like I say it wrong. Who we got? Nick Terrell behind Tony Caicedo. He's going to make a move. He's going to fly up on the inside. Tony stands no chance. No, he keeps her on the outside. He's going to keep him at bay. He has the Styrofoam Cup Audi behind him. Tiger Stripe Ferrari. Breathing all over the back of that Porsche. Coming up to this big, long hairpin at the end of the track. As we saw before, there is several lines. They all seem kind of the same speed. Nick Terrell prefers that outside one, but he's going to sweep in on the inside. He's going to look a move. Is Tony going to defend? He's not letting him have it. He goes over. Oh, they're the wall. They saved it. Oh, my God. Woo. Beautiful. He got that Tron Ferrari getting out of the way. He doesn't want any part of that. A little bit of net coat glue there, maybe. Looks like Tony was definitely trying to squeeze him. He wasn't going to give him any room. And Nick Terrell also was like, hey, buddy, I'm not going to back out either. I die, we all die. But none of them died. They kept it out of the wall. That was impressive. I'm going to go back and see that again. Have you ever seen that kind of iRacing action in your life?
Not once.
Only here at OMEC Sim Racing.
You ever driven a figure eight?
No.
It's kind of like that.
Oh
man.
We're gonna go back.
Fixed it.
Yeah, we're gonna go back again. I don't know. He was definitely squeezing him. He drifted over left a little bit, and Nate stayed exactly where he was.
But Nate fixed it for him.
Yeah, I can't believe Nate kept it out of the wall. Look at that. Oh, he did tap the wall.
Barely.
Yeah, he tapped the wall a little bit. He's probably got a tiny bit of damage.
I don't think there's any damage. I think that's just a little bit of paint.
A little paint scrape. Could have a little suspension damage.
Because that's a tire wall right there. That's not going to do too much.
I know exactly. I don't know exactly what Nick Terrell was thinking, but I know what I would be thinking in that situation. And I'd be like, all right, come over. I don't care about my safety rating. We'll both die. That's not a good attitude to have, kids. We have Nate Sides, who stayed out of that whole mess. Gonna capitalize on that. He's on the back of Kevin Medida. Doesn't quite make the aggressive moves that Nick Terrell usually does. You see that, like, Nick Terrell probably would have dove up the inside of that, but you could see Nate Sides hesitated a little bit. Doesn't quite send it up the inside, but that's why we never see Nate Sides really make a mistake. He is the Iceman, Nate Sides, for a reason. It looks like he's going to send it on the around the outside. They're coming up to the corkscrew. It's not the corkscrew. Kevin Medida really makes him take the long way around. Hopefully that was just an off track and not a slowdown. He's going to take him too wide to the corkscrew. It's not the corkscrew. Oh, no! There he goes into the side of him. Kevin Medida's sitting in a terrible part of the track to be sitting, as everyone has to make their way around him. Oh, just as I said, Nate Iceman Sides doesn't make a mistake. He done goes and makes a mistake. Who do you think made the mistake? What's your...
Definitely not Nate. Nate doesn't.
You don't think it was Nate's fault?
Never.
All right, we're
Nate
getting
has
slow
never
motion.
made a
We're
mistake.
coming up. This is the right-hander coming into the corkscrews, not corkscrew. Kevin's on the brakes. Nate easily goes around the outside. They come up to this sausage curb here. Nate goes on the roof. It does look like Nate might have sent it a little strong there. He's behind him. Kevin goes in. Kevin went to turn in, and Nate wasn't there. I mean, Nate stuck his nose in. You can't just turn in like they're not there, because that's what's going to happen. And the person in
You must
front...
always leave the space.
I mean, the person in front usually comes out worse for that. You can turn in like they aren't there, but it usually doesn't go well for you.
No.
He was kind of there, but I don't know.
I feel like right when his spotter said clear is when Nate popped back up.
And Nick Terrell got caught up on the back. Oh, Nick Terrell, he spent all that time making his way back up.
He got himself all the way up to 9th.
He did, to get taken out, almost taken out once, and then taken out here again. I hope everyone loves this slow motion, because I do. By coming down here. The bottom of the corkscrew that's not the corkscrew.
The fake corkscrew.
They get each other taken out. You can see that Nick is already on the brakes. He's down to first. He's heavy on the brakes. He goes to the right. He doesn't. Does he get hit? Nah, he doesn't get hit. He keeps out of it. That was beautiful.
Well done by him.
That is definitely going to slow him down, but he keeps out of the damage. Still behind Nate's sides. Now, while we're looking at all that, we missed...
Draw past Mike Braun.
Yeah, we missed a lot of stuff. We're going to go back. We're going to catch up on it. We're going to start first with the crash of Bob Lindell. The shadow people got to him. Here he is coming up the back of Tony Caicedo. He's got that sooty Porsche on the back of him. Oh, no. Looks like he got spun by the Porsche behind him. We got a lot of incidents going on
I
tonight.
think they're trying to teach him a lesson.
What do they got against my man Bob?
Scott Kimbrough claimed his first victim.
Oh, yeah, a little bump and run. Was that Richard Costanza? Was that Mitch Buenaventura? Is that Mitch Buenaventura? Mitch Buenaventura did the bump and run. Mitch. Oh.
Gotta at least give that spot back.
Oh, no, that was terrible. Mitch.
Gotta at least give that spot back.
I don't think that was on purpose, but Mitch. Bob's going to be crying later.
Crying to the shadow people.
Let's see. Aubrey Kundal made this pass. Oh, Braun was pitting. We are at that time. Pit stops are rolling in.
That means we're gonna get at least 2 pit stops tonight. Maybe 3. Might be a dip and dash.
Kimbrough and Kundal have not pitted?
Kimbrough is a fuel saving. Oh, Kimbrough just ducked into the pits right now.
And so did Kundal. Or no. Yep, Kundal is ducking into the pits, so they both save an extra lap of fuel. John Kelly not in the pits yet either. Oh, he's in the pits now. Maybe he made up enough time to make some positions. Devin Adams, unfortunately, still disqualified from the race.
Very disappointing. Is that the way the pit? Look at Scott Kimbrough in the pit lane right now. Notice Scott Kimbrough did not take tires. Is that
Oh, he didn't, but behind him, Aubrey Kimbrough did.
Is that how the pit lane is? He's like sideways in there.
Yeah, he pulled in a little sideways. He's got the #1 spot right there by the pace car.
But is that just how it is, or is that by choice?
I think that's just how he pulled in there, I'm assuming.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's Kimbrough out on old tires. We'll see if Aubrey... My God, I had to sneeze. I almost died. Aubrey Kundal behind him on brand new tires. Looks like John Kelly got in front of him, but I think he's still a lap down. Mike Braun behind him. Both trying to get around Kelly. Nick Tyrrell in the pits. Nick Tyrrell just pitted. Lap 17. That's what I'm talking about. He's a fuel-saving machine. Is he going to take tires? Uh-oh, Kevin Hayes crashed. We're going to see what happened to Kevin Hayes after this. He just drove through. Did he pit?
Kevin Hayes, yeah, he did.
No, Nick Tyrrell.
Oh, Nick Tyrrell. Oh.
Tyrrell. Oh, he pitted.
He's all the way up to 6.
He didn't take tires either. Nick Tyrrell not taking tires. I think it'd be kind of silly to take tires in the first 30 minutes, but you do you. Kevin Medina made a pass on Tony Caicedo. Coming into the final hairpin. Sends it up the inside. Caicedo. Caicedo didn't defend that pass. Ayo, we got Kevin Hayes. What happened? Kevin Hayes. Back end comes around. Tokyo drift through that corner.
Does he hold it? No.
Ooh, that was almost cool, Kevin Hayes. Tony Caicedo entered pit lane.
I have a feeling that it's going to be in one of Patrick's pictures later.
That would be a good picture. Tony Caicedo pitted on lap 17. Tony Caicedo, how's he so far back? What happened? Did we miss something, or you just fell that far back?
He's not really that far back. He wasn't.
Whoa! Mike Braun into the back of Aubrey Kundal and spun himself over the sausage curb into the dirt. His front bumper is all messed up. That's Empire Racing, Mike Braun, not going to be happy about that one. Just didn't get on the brakes. Oh, this is Aaron Myers. This is a different crash. We're going to be back to the Mike Braun crash. Aaron Myers centered over the sausage curb. Back end goes around into the tire wall. Ooh, he's lucky he hit the tires and not the steel wall. Looks like his car is still drivable. That was quite the crash, but at the same time that happened, we also had Mike Braun coming up the back. Aubrey Kundal got a little loose into the braking zone of the corkscrew. It's not a corkscrew. Oh, Aubrey Kundal didn't even get any damage from that. If anything, that just screwed over Mike Braun. Not going to be happy about that one. Don't worry, Scott Kimbrough, 7 seconds ahead of everyone. Still in the front. Majestic. He's lapped all but 7 people.
It's disgusting.
Disgusting in a good way. We love you, Mike Braun. We got Sheldon Rosenbaum. Nate Sides behind him. Nick Terrell in front of him. Nate Sides looking to make that move. Bring up cockpit view with Nate Sides. Both pitted on the same lap. Looking to make a move. That I test drove this track a little earlier today, and that corner right there is awful. It looks like you just be able to get a good exit out of there, but it is the most awkward corner I've had to take.
For sure.
Everyone getting over there super wide, come through the hairpin. A lot of brakes on that Ferrari in front. There's Nate Sides hoping to make a run. On to the start-finish straight. I don't think he's going to send it up the inside. He's probably a little more cautious. Ooh, there goes Sheldon Rosenbaum going wide. That's going to give Nate Sides a chance to get all up on his bumper once again. Coming here through 2 and 4. Looks like Sheldon Rosenbaum's getting a little loose on those lines, but still looks like he's catching up to Nate Sides. Not Nate Sides, Nick Terrell in that OMEC Ferrari.
Did you know that this track was originally built when the El Canis street circuit got shut down? Do you know why?
Why?
Because of safety concerns. You know what I say to that?
Let him die.
Safety schmafety. We need good racing.
Safety third.
That track lasted from 1965 to 2003.
That's a pretty long time.
Yeah, it is.
John Kelly crashed. John Kelly, what happened, buddy? Did he hit another sausage curve? No, back end just came loose in that hairpin. Tokyo drifted all the way around. I think Kevin Hayes, Tokyo Drift, got a 5 out of 10. John Kelly, I'm going to give 6 out of 10.
I wouldn't go that far.
He kept it going straight.
I'm a little bit harsh on my ratings here, but I think that was more of a 5.5.
Nate Sides still
It had more angle.
Still has not gotten around Rosenbaum. Coming to the straight, and Nick Terrell has not pulled away from Rosenbaum as much as I thought. It's just a cluster of 3 cars here. Do you think Nate Sides is trying to make a move, or do you think Nate Sides is trying to save fuel, save tires?
Nate Sides took tires, didn't he?
I don't know.
I feel like tire management's going to be huge on this track with my sweeping left-handers.
Let's do pit time. Sides at a 22-second pit. Well, it's about the same time to take pit, so take tires. Tires and fuel, it doesn't really make your pit stop longer, so I don't know. We don't know. I need an overlay that says if they took tires. That would be nice. He says as he walks to the other side of his room and tries to talk into his mic. Our boy Kevin Hayes, right on the back of Kevin Medina. Kevin Hayes, he qualified 6 spots ahead of where he is now. I was probably a little upset about that. Looking to get a move done on Kevin Medina to get up into 12th place and start hunting down Mitch Buenaventura, who is 12 seconds ahead. 9 seconds ahead. I don't know why I said 12. Cantrell still driving all out on his own. Who haven't we seen tonight? We seen Richard Costanza? We haven't. That's the Marines Porsche, right? Everyone, Devin Adams has died. He has. He really has died. He's gone. Devin Adams gone, but we got Richard Costanza in this Marine liveried Porsche. Hunting down the back of that sooty Mercedes. You get to hear that nice gear whine of that Porsche. Looks like everyone is spreading out a little bit here. We got Kimbrough still in front. Not quite the
can't
gap
call me
yet.
out like that.
Hey,
That was
there he
messed
is. Oh my God. What's up, buddy?
Nothing much.
You okay?
Just
walk away.
No, we're fine. No, we're totally fine.
Okay.
There was a slight
That's fine.
issue.
We don't
When you gotta go, you gotta go. It's
we
that
don't
simple.
want to hear about your slight issues. Looks like everyone is spreading out. Everyone on the field has spread out quite a bit. We do have Costanza, who seems like he's all over the back of Chris Wells. Oh yeah, that's who we were just looking. We're gonna go on board with Costanza in this Porsche. We're gonna do the gyro. Looking like he was about 0.2 seconds behind Chris Wells there. It was looking like he might try to make a move, but I think he's just trying to play it safe and save tires. Nate Sides finally got around Sheldon Rosenbaum right when I switched to a different car. Nate Sides. And Kevin Hayes got around Kevin Medina. Setting up the inside of the last hairpin there. Those are two pretty cool looking liveries. I appreciate it. What's the Kevin Hayes pass to Kevin Medina? Kevin v. Kevin. Coming up to the weird bus stop. Almost nicks that sausage curve. Really sends it up the inside and makes it stick. And there he goes. He is a man on a mission with his shiny chrome purple Audi. I do really like how shiny it is.
See, if I was in the race, I wish I was in 12th or 13th or 14th.
Why?
Kevin versus Devin versus Kevin.
Kevin v. Devin v. Kevin.
It doesn't get much better than that.
It doesn't. Kevin Hayes got about 3 seconds to hunt down Buenaventura. But that looks like Sheldon Rosenbaum in front of him. Unless it'll just update after the finish line. We are about halfway through the race. Nick Terrell looks like he's getting a little close to Jeff McDonald. The Ferrari doesn't even sound good.
No. Ferrari not good.
But the Ferrari, the BMW, it's like a little meditation zone. There's no sounds in here at all. It's very quiet, very peaceful. Gets you in the zone. And you got the Mercedes. The Mercedes does sound pretty cool, but it's still kind of quiet.
It's quiet, but it's powerful.
You know what's interesting?
What is interesting?
The Mercedes, if you can see my screen, the backup camera of the Mercedes is the dashboard of the BMW.
Hang on, go back. Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Isn't that crazy?
That is interesting.
Mind blown. And then you got the Porsche that's just...
Might as well be electric, right?
Yeah. I do like the Porsche, though. The Porsche interior, the best to look at. The Mercedes is very boring.
I will agree. The interior might be better.
Well, you have to
seen
consider
literally-
all things when you pick a car.
See, the only thing I can see when I'm driving these cars is I don't even see the steering wheel. All I see is that little dash, and I don't even see that because I have a real life dash.
Yeah, that's the most boring dash, except the Lamborghini. But look at that vent in the Lamborghini. The vent looks real goofy, like an elephant. Like its trunk is just sticking
You
out.
look kind of interesting.
Yeah, I look pretty goofy. There's no Audi in this race. What the heck? Oh, wait, no, Nate's an Audi. It just never shows up. Nate has his vent closed. He's not about that air conditioning.
Hey, he is the Iceman.
Yeah, he's ice cold. He doesn't need any air conditioning. He just feeds off the blood of his enemies like Nick Terrell.
Now that we're halfway through, I think I'm going to hit you with another fun fact.
I do need another fun fact. We're jonesing for a fun fact.
Did you know that this track was designed by Herman Tilke?
I didn't, but I found out tonight that you didn't know who that was.
Yes, I did.
Well, you sounded
You
surprised that he made a bunch of tracks.
I was just surprised that he designed 7 different ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You didn't know who Herman Tilke was.
Tilke?
Tilke.
That's how you say it?
Fun fact, he designed 26 F1 tracks and also heir of the Tilke sandwich fortune.
That's a thing?
Do they have Tilke sandwiches in the East Coast?
I'm from the Midwest.
I thought you were from the East Coast.
No, I'm in Illinois, dog.
What? Oh, that's like basically, I don't know. Why did I think you were from New Jersey?
New Jersey?
I don't know. Oh, that's Tony.
Of all
I think
places.
Tony maybe. Well, whatever. It's a really shitty refrigerated sandwich you buy at a gas station. You put in a microwave. It's called Tilke sandwich.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Herman Tilke makes those in his basement.
Well, do you know who Pedro de la Rosa is?
Herman Tilke does not make Tilke sandwiches. No, I don't know who Pedro is. Who's Pedro?
Pedro de la Rosa is a past Formula One driver who helped with the design of this track.
Do you want to hear my controversial take on Tilke drums? It's probably not controversial, but might be controversial. They're all
what?
they're all the same. They're terrible. They're Tilke drums because he makes the same track.
Yep.
They got the little squiggly bits. They got the big sweeping corner because it's got
Red
that.
Bull ring.
Yeah. Red Bull ring, Coda, Hungaro ring. Some of the street circuits. I really don't know them all, but you can tell when you get on a track, you're like, yeah, this is a Tilke track because it has the same series of corners. There's a great YouTube video that I would like everyone to go watch.
After the broadcast.
All 7 people who are watching right now. How many people are watching?
4.
4 people. Everyone shout out.
4 people.
Valhalla cars do look good.
I've been keeping us updated with the chat. Sheldon Rosenbaum dropped from the race. Manually.
We're going to go see what happened to Sheldon Rosenbaum. I'm going to put a poll in the chat. All 4 people have to vote. Including you.
I will vote, don't worry.
We got a poll in the chat.
I was the first vote.
But you just found out about him. Nick Terrell getting the
What do you
pass
mean?
done on Jeff McDonald. Hold on. He's going to send it on the outside. Coming to the end of the bus stop. Gets it done on the straightaway. Is Nate Sides also going to make the pass on Jeffrey McDonald? I don't think so. Unless he sends it up the inside on this last corner. That was a beautiful pass. Now, what happened to Sheldon Rosenbaum? He left the pit lane. And then it said that he entered the pit lane again.
Yeah, you probably just said, nah, I'm done.
You know, I actually hate this place, and I hate those stupid broadcasters. They don't know shit. They don't know corner names. They don't know anything. And I'd have to agree with you.
Day it is.
I didn't know what day it was the other day. I thought it was Wednesday at work. Seriously? And I told someone that, and they said it's Friday. And I was like, no, it's literally Wednesday, but it was Friday. So I don't know the day of the week sometimes. So if you're expecting me to do a good broadcast, you're going to be disappointed.
What, do you work Monday through Friday?
Yeah.
How did you not know it was Friday?
I don't know.
Hey, we have 1 comment. That's all that matters. You ready for this?
Got another comment?
He said, keep it up, fellas.
Thanks,
Great
fella.
project. Or great English. Great broadcast as always.
Thanks, Maddie.
That's what we needed to hear.
Hey, who did Maddie vote yes on Tilkydromes? Maddie?
He probably did.
Bud?
But he's a certified Red Bull ring enjoyer.
I handed it before anyone else could tarnish the results. We got 51 minutes remaining in the race. Everyone's real spread out. Looks like we got Sides behind McDonald, still trying to make a move here. We got Costanza behind that Sooty Porsche. Bob Lindell living his best life. After he got taken out by Mitch Buenaventura, there is going to be a fist fight. Bob Lindell and the Shadow People v. Buenaventura. Rosenbaum's out for some reason. I can only imagine that some emergency happened that he had to leave. Hopefully his house isn't burning down, didn't leave the toaster on. I don't know. Cantrell, who was just driving around by himself, he slowly has a Mr. Nick Terrell behind him. And my random timer has gone off. There is a yellow flag, everyone. There's a yellow flag. There's some
reports.
What is the report? Some sort of Italian creature on the track.
Italian? We're in Spain.
Some
There's
sort of Spanish
of
creature on the track.
A Spanish fighting bull has entered the track and is trying to take out Bob Lindell's car. The Shadow People are real.
Wait, are we in the part of Spain that fights bulls?
Yes.
Are we?
I don't know.
Because one part of Spain doesn't like that and one does. I want to be politically correct.
Just go with it. It's 2024.
Okay, well, there is an Italian/Spanish bull on the track wreaking havoc.
Not just any bull.
We're going to send Devin Adams out in the field to take care of the bull. Devin Adams in the field. How are you taking care of the bull?
Well, it's going to be a rough one. I got my little red cape. He's coming for me, though.
Why would you
I gotta go.
Why would you wear a red cape, my guy?
I heard that they like red, but then again, they're kind of colorblind. I don't know too much about bulls.
Can you look and tell me who all was a lap down? John Kelly entered the pits, and I think that was a mistake because I'm pretty sure the pits are closed. I think they're closed for the first lap.
They are?
Yeah, that's going to be it's probably going to be a penalty. And unfortunately, we're not clearing penalties tonight. Because I reviewed the race last time. And if you don't follow instructions, I can't clear your black flag.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Who dropped into pits?
John Kelly. And Jeff McDonald.
It's going to be a drop to the back. Jeff McDonald did too?
Yeah.
No, that's big.
Maybe the pits are open, but I don't think they are.
They shouldn't be.
Can you tell me who is a lap down?
We got Bob Lindell, 1 lap down. Number 77. I know you need numbers, don't you?
No. But numbers are
bad.
Yeah.
690, Shane Brown is 1 lap down. Got number 66, John Kelly is 1 lap down. We got number 27, Tony Caicedo is 1 lap down. Number 39, Michael Doyen is 1 lap down. And then Sheldon Rosenbaum, who left the race, is 3 laps down. Number 87.
Are going to be waving around the people who are 1 lap down.
Do it now. Or no, after. I think, yeah, after.
So after the pit stops, we will be giving a wave around to the people who are a lap down. That's what we do here. But I'm going to keep it on here. I do need to step away for a few seconds.
Don't worry. I'll keep them entertained with fun facts.
Keep you here with Devin Adams and his fun facts, Italian creatures, Spanish creatures. He'll let you know.
Did you guys know that there are 5 different layouts, with the longest being the one that we were supposed to drive being 3.321 miles. But this one that we're driving tonight is only 3.16 miles long. The shortest one is 1.478 miles, and it's for motorcycle races and kart races. Fun fact number 1. Fun fact number 2. The entire track has a 50-meter elevation difference that leads to the Laguna Seca Lake corkscrew corner at turn 8 and 9, which has a 7.2% drop in elevation. Kind of crazy. Turn 1 is definitely the most important corner on this track, because if you screw that up, your lap is basically over before it even started. It's that simple. It leads to that weird turn 2, which is basically flat out, into turn 3. And then turn 3 and 4 leads you to that backstretch. And the last, not really fun, fact is tire life is huge here.
Fantastic facts.
They weren't that fantastic. Motor Life Aragon doesn't have very many facts.
So we're gonna unlap Bob.
Yes.
Name him off again.
We need number 27, number 39.
Wait, give me their names.
Tony Caicedo, Michael Doyen, Shane Brown, John Kelly, and that's it. Just those 4.
Not Bob Lindell.
Bob Lindell got his lap back.
Tony Caicedo, Scott Kimbrough, Shane Brown.
Yep.
They're
Yes,
waved
I think
around.
he did.
Doyen needs waved around.
Are you sure?
It says he's lapped down
yes,
on my
yes,
overlay.
yes,
Yep.
yes.
And it said Lindell was too. I waved him around. Lindell, Caicedo, Doyen, Kelly, Brown.
Okay.
All getting waved around. Get him out of the way of the leaders. Give him a chance to get back in the action. The bowl has been removed from the track.
You're welcome, by the way.
I have spilled some wine on my desk and keyboard.
I tackled it.
But my computer
I hate
is
to break
still
you.
live. I'm sure those facts were amazing.
I tackled it. The
Good.
bowl?
You tackled it.
Yes.
You tackled the problem and the bowl.
No, just the bowl, not the problem.
And did
He's still running rampant.
Nate Sides actually crash? He's come to a stop. Oh, just a quick stop. We're all good.
That is an interesting crash.
We're all good. So, John Kelly, I wonder if they got Kevin Medita's up in first place? What happened? Did he not pit? Oh yeah, he pitted lap 16. Chris Wells did not pit. And Richard Costanza did not pit. Do you think they saved? There's no way they've saved enough fuel to keep going. But they may have taken tires on the first pit stop. So maybe they think they have the advantage to really get out. But I don't know how anyone would have an advantage to really get ahead of Scott Kimbrough. Because the way these long pace laps are, hopefully, whoever has pitted, they're definitely going to want to save fuel and make it till the end of the race. The top 3 right now are still going to have to pit. Kimbrough.
Jeff McDonald got dropped to the back, it seems.
Yeah, Jeff McDonald, John Kelly, I think pitted early. Although,
Yep.
where's McDonald? McDonald's up in 13th. Maybe they didn't pit early. I think they did, though. I don't
No,
know.
Jeff McDonald's not too happy with it right now in the voice chat.
Did he follow the instructions?
I don't think so.
What's he saying?
Did you give John Kelly a wave around?
Did I? No. Does he need one?
No, John Kelly needed a wave around.
I didn't say his name.
I said it twice.
John Kelly got a wave around. It says he's 2 miles back. Is he still in? Oh, there he's going. We're getting it figured out. They are coming down the back straight, correct? Or is this the final hairpin?
Wait, hang on. Kevin Medina. Wait. Look at the things right now.
Kevin Media's in first because he didn't pit.
Oh, Chris Wells?
Yeah. I was just,
None of
were
them
you
pit?
not listening to me?
I'm lost.
I am the announcer. Medina, Wells, and Costanza have not pitted. They all pitted on lap 16. That's why they're up in the front. So once they pit, Kundal, Hay, and Kimbrough will be fighting for the lead. You got it now?
I think so.
Is there still chatter going on?
Yeah, there's a lot of chatter going on.
A lot of upset chatter?
I can't tell.
We're going to drag Bob Lindell into the booth. Bob Lindell, sounds like there might be some upset chatter. Can you give us a live action report?
Yeah, it looks like on the lineup it's a little bit difficult. I didn't catch the name, but I think I would say watch for blacks. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to, so watch for maybe a black clear when we're done. Not global though, because I've got a black right now.
Why do you have a black?
Speeding in the pits. A lot of people got it.
Well, John Kelly and Jeff McDonald, I think, pitted when it was closed.
Yeah, that's why they got theirs.
Green flag.
I'm going to drop you back in. Good luck.
Okay.
Bob Lindell with a black flag. Speeding in the pits. Turn one's getting a little hectic.
Very hectic.
John Kelly crashed. Oh no, then another Sudi Mercedes crashed.
Chris Wells.
Turn
he was in the
one.
lead.
Chris Wells, yeah, he didn't pit, trying to make up some ground. Oh man, he got turned by that Lamborghini. Oh, go back, take a look at this. Hold on. That Kimbrough behind him? Yeah. That's not a good one. Not sure if intentional, but Chris Wells is not going to be happy with that one. Got Scott Kimbrough aggressively trying to make his way back up front. He's got Kevin Medina. If I was Kevin Medina, I would not be fighting to keep Scott Kimbrough behind me right now, especially since I got a pit, but we'll see what happens.
There it goes for the pass.
For entertainment value, I would like to see Kevin Medina fight it. Don't get me wrong.
This one's not going to last very long.
He does not look like he's going to give it up. But it looks like he gives him the inside line and he gets it done. And that is going to be Aaron Myers and Adam Wake trying to make the move behind him. We got a lot of people making passes on Jeff McDonald. Looks like he's just kind of falling behind there. Richard Costanza entered pit lane. A lot of people entering pit lane. I'm not sure which one of those were. Which one were. Black flags. Still got Jeff McDonald trying to take Nick Terrell around the outside on this final hairpin. Not able to get it done. We got a lot of people peeling off into the pits.
Kelly left the race early.
A lot of people in the pits. There will definitely be some sort of investigation after this and see how all these black flags happened. See if we were following the rules or something crazy happened. We will find out. We will get to the bottom of it. But in front, we have Scott Kimbrough made his way back. Aaron Myers and Adam Waukay still up there in P2 and P3. Right behind them in that Golf Lamborghini, got Aubrey Kundal and Nate Sides up in P5, up one spot from qualifying. And Patrick Cantrell has managed, through all of the chaos, to keep P6. He does have Mitch Buenaventura in that Sudi Porsche behind him that he's going to have to keep off his rear. And also Nick Terrell and a spicy Jeff McDonald, followed by Kevin Hayes and Mike Braun, all on a big train behind him. Kind of looks like when a Haas is racing at F1. That was a mean joke, Patrick. I'm sorry. Mitch Buenaventura going wide. Nick Terrell is going to be itching to make a move here. Made his way all the way up into top 10. He has pitted. If I know Nick Terrell, he's definitely going to be fuel saving, definitely trying to make it to the end.
What did I tell you? Nick Terrell.
That's what he does. He's here to put on a show. I think he starts from the back on purpose. There's no way he hasn't qualified by making a mistake every single race. If he ever figures out how to win, we might be able to interview him. Yeah, looks like he's not really closing that gap. On board with Mike Braun. The elephant car vent Lamborghini all over the back of Hayes and McDonald.
I never realized that the Lamborghini had camera power.
Yeah, and it's the BMW dash.
Yeah.
Every other car uses it as a camera. Lamborghini looks goofy.
Elephant trunk. Freaking.
Those giant dials on the steering wheel.
Yeah, no, I'm not there.
Tony Casito past Richard Costanza. Not super dramatic. Got around him no problem unless Richard tries to send it up the inside for the switcheroo, but I don't think so. He is pulling away from it. It looks like he might have some damage. Kevin Hayes made the pass on Jeff McDonald. Oh, Kevin Hayes got passed by Jeff McDonald because he had to pit. That puts Jeff McDonald up into P10. Nick Terrell looks like he thought about sending it up on the inside of that Sudi Porsche there. Gotta make a move, gonna get his way up into P7. He may be fuel saving, but he is still trying to make some passes. You can just tell how much he's coasting. There's that marine livery Porsche. I think it's definitely got some damage because he's going super slow, but that was just enough distraction. Nick Terrell might try to send up the inside. That is definitely close. A little bit of bumper touching there going on. We're coming up to the corkscrew. It's not a corkscrew. Sends it up on the inside. We'll see if Buenaventura is able to keep it side by side. He's not. Nick gets in front of him, and that's not what Patrick wanted to see in his rearview mirror. He's going to have Nick Terrell 13 places up from where he qualified, all over the back of Patrick Cantrell. Do you think he's going to try to defend, or do you think he's going to let him through?
I think he's going to let him through here. That's just a smart thing to do.
I think
still got 20 minutes left.
I think if he wants to keep his
back.
if he wants to keep his spot on the team, he should defend.
He should, but
Give him
that's
Patrick.
Nate Sides rounding off that top 5. That's what we like to see.
Is Nate Sides in the heat of the moment battle right now? He's not. Should we pull him in?
We should.
We'll wait till he gets to the straight. Oh wait, I'm still on the replay. Damn it.
Missed opportunity.
He's right on that back. I think it'd be kind of rude to pull him in right now. He's got Blade Ventura all over the back of him. He's trying to keep up with Terrell. We got Kundal just made a pass on Adam. Let's see what this pass looked like. That's that same corner. Ferraris don't do too good. Looks like the Lamborghinis can always just kind of shoot up on the inside, and he is able to keep it. Nate Sides got around Patrick Cantrell. When did that happen? Wait, what?
Are you on like a replay?
I must have been on the replay. Nate Sides is all the way up here?
Yeah, Nate Sides all the way in 5th.
Oh, Nate Sides, P5. Nate Sides, don't crash. You're in the broadcast booth.
Oh my gosh, okay.
How's the race going?
Pretty good other than that first lap.
Yeah, you've been doing fire. You're up in P5.
Yeah, I'm definitely punching above my weight class right now.
How did you feel about the yellow flag? Was there a lot of chaos?
There's a lot of confusion, people not knowing how the yellow flags on road racing work, which is understandable. A couple people came in because they weren't aware that the pits were closed, and so not too bad though.
Does it say that south of the screen that pits are closed?
It does, but they were I don't know, crew chief I guess didn't tell them directly, so he wasn't aware. It was Jeff, I think.
Well,
John Kelly too, wasn't it?
What's that?
John Kelly too.
Yeah.
All right, well, you are 3 seconds behind Adam Walkay. Hunt him down. We'll leave you alone. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, I think it's only fair that we got to pull Nick Terrell in.
I agree.
Nick Terrell, you're in the broadcast booth. Don't crash.
Oh, gee.
How did
20th to 7th in this race? How?
I've had to do it twice.
I know.
Are you worried about Patrick Cantrell behind you?
More about Mr. Braun. Behind him.
Well, we'll let
Mike
you
Brown
go.
is quick.
You do seem stressed. we had to pull you in because it was
I'm
only fair.
putting the new gear to use too. It's wearing me out.
Well, you got it. You're up to P6. I was saying in the broadcast, if we figure out how to win someday, we're going to be able to interview you.
I can go for worse, I guess.
I mean, that's true. Last place, we'll still interview you. All right, good luck. Don't crash.
Thank you. Have a good one.
That is the most stressed out I have ever heard Nick Terrell in a race in my life.
Yeah,
He did not enjoy that.
no.
I felt bad.
Yeah,
That was good,
that
though.
was not good.
He does have Mike Braun right behind Patrick Cantrell. Maybe Patrick Cantrell's playing the team game. Gonna defend against Mike Braun a little bit.
All right, Tony Casito's next.
Tony Casito, you're in the broadcast booth. Don't crash.
Good talk. Good talk.
I think he's muted.
He must be.
Goodbye, Tony Casito. Caicedo.
Hi, say
He gone.
do.
He was muted. Or his mic's
Caicedo.
broken. Kevin Hayes crashed. Kevin Hayes. Buddy. Ooh, touched the gravel. Smashes that sausage curb. Back end swings around into the tires. That was a certified moment. That's unfortunate. That's him out. Did he disconnect? He done?
Yep, he left.
He done.
He had enough of
R.I.P.
it.
Kevin Hayes. Maybe if Kevin Hayes will come in the booth.
Potentially.
Let's see if we get Kevin Hayes in the booth. I have messaged Kevin Hayes,
Saw that.
so hopefully we can get a replay of what's happening. Mike Braun got around Patrick Cantrell. We'll go back and see this move, send it up on the inside, coming into that awkward bus stop, gets that move done super clean. Then Mitch Buenaventura was hoping to capitalize on that, but Patrick Cantrell was able to shut the door. Let's see if he was able to keep it coming on to the straightaway. He is. We do have a crash from Jack McDonald, though. Look at it in the meantime. Jeff McDonald. What are you going to say, Ninja Botanicals?
Ninja Botanicals, South Florida. NinjaBotanicals.com. Near Kratom.
Number 1 Tokyo Drift. He kept it on the track. That one is at least a 6 out of 10. He didn't even hit the
5.
grass. You're a hard. What would be a 7 out of 10 in your
A
eyes?
7? All right.
Yeah.
Hear me out. You hit it, right?
Yeah.
You got like 45, 50 degrees of angle going through the corner. You're hitting the outside line, that outside white line, you know. You easily regain that. Staying outside.
What's an 8 out of 10?
90 degrees of angle.
That's impossible.
It's possible.
I think that's impossible. In a GT3 car?
Okay, now we're pushing it.
Well,
But that would be an 8.
That's the car we're in, buddy. What's 10 out of 10? 180 degree, no scope?
Nope. You got a reverse entry into it, right?
Yeah, that's 180 degree. Oh,
No, that is not a reverse entry.
going all the way to 360.
If it's more than 90 degrees, that's a reverse entry.
That's what 180 is. 180 is
No.
more than 90.
Okay, but you're not gonna be drifting if you're going 90 or 180 degrees.
Then how are you
You're
going to
just
do a
gonna be
reverse
wrong.
entry?
Reverse entry is just anything more than 90 degrees.
180 is more than 90 degrees.
No.
You don't,
You don't understand.
I'll send you back to Illinois math class.
Hey, we don't have those around here. We just
I know,
count corn.
obviously. You're not from the cool part of Illinois, the Chicago part?
No, I don't like that place.
I went to Chicago
Place
one time
scary.
in my life. I parked
Been
in the
there more
parking
than I have.
garage because I don't know. I went to like the pier or whatever, but I was only there like an hour. I parked in the parking garage, and I left the parking garage, and I owed $26.
Yup.
And I was like, what in the hell?
Yup.
It was upsetting.
That is Chicago.
But we're in the cockpit of Buenaventura. Do you think he's going to get this pass done on Cantrell? Coming into the corkscrew, it's not a corkscrew?
Potentially, he's really gaining on him on the exit there.
He is, but it almost looks like he's just holding back purposely.
He might be waiting until the last lap.
Oh, but he ran wide there. Do you think he took tires on the first pit stop?
If I remember right, he did.
And I don't think Patrick did. So that would make
No,
sense.
Patrick-
Patrick's on new tires. And Mitch
If
isn't.
I remember right.
They're getting close there. Porsche v Porsche. See if Buenaventura can get a run. He
Kevin
can't.
Hayes says he'll be there soon.
Kevin Hayes. Beautiful. We're going to hear from the man himself, the pink chrome Audi. I can't type in there, but tell him beautiful. Tell him to go to the waiting room.
I messaged him. Marcus, you there?
I'm here. My keyboard's dead.
Oh, that's not good.
My keyboard's dead. Well, we have a minute 21 left.
Imagine running a wireless keyboard.
It's not wireless. It's wired.
What do you mean it's dead?
Like it's dead. I spilled my drink on it.
Oh no.
It's dead. It stopped working.
Oh no.
But my wireless mouse that's plugged into the keyboard is working.
Oh.
That's terrible. You heard it here, folks. We're going to need donations for a new keyboard for OMEC. Buenaventura not getting the pass done. This is the only close battle on the track with 9 minutes left. Everyone else is 2 to 3 seconds split apart. Buenaventura right on the back of Patrick Cantrell, 0.3 of a second behind.
Jeffrey McDonald disconnected too.
Yeah, this was a spicy race. A lot of disconnects. Coming down to the turn one here. Buenaventura might make a move. He's not. He is definitely fuel saving. Let's go Patrick Cantrell. You can see that Porsche all up in that rearview mirror of Patrick Cantrell. It is definitely hard to keep your focus when that's happening to you. Every time that happens to me, that's when I instantly mess up. Did you do good when you got the car all over the back bumper like that? Me either. Good talk. Everyone, Devin Adams is dead. The bull got to him. He's done. Unlike Patrick Cantrell, who is still fighting off Buenaventura. They both pitted on the same lap, looking to hold that top 10 spot. I think he's safe because even if Buenaventura gets around him, he still has Bob Lindell, MP10, who's 32 seconds behind. He got that speeding penalty in the pits. It's unfortunate. That's why you always practice your pit entry. Up front, our leader, haven't been on him in a while, Scott Kimbrough, is 5 seconds ahead of Aubrey Kundal. Just up here, cruising by himself, going through turn one, having a heck of a time. Aubrey Kundal behind him. He's got a 1.5 second gap to Aaron Myers in the Valhalla Porsche. Looks like Aubrey Kundal might have hit that sausage curb a little too hard. Behind Aaron Myers is Adam Wauke, down one spot from qualifying, but still holding top 5 position. I think might be the best he's ever finished here in this league. Our first OMEC Sim Racing team member of the night up here in P5. Nate Sides recovered well from that crash at the beginning of the race. You love to see it. And behind him, Nick Terrell in the OMEC Ferrari. Up 14 spots from qualifying. Started at the back of the pack, made his way back up, crashed, has made his way back up again. He's had to keep out of a lot of trouble, keep it clean. Probably doing a little bit of fuel saving, trying to make it to the end. Behind him, Mike Braun, who did finally get around Patrick Cantrell's, making quite the gap on him, 4 seconds. Looking to hunt down Nick Terrell, see what he can do. He's down 2 spots from qualifying, not having a good race out here tonight. Our boy
Kevin
Patrick
Hayes is here for a talk.
Kevin Hayes. Here he is, Kevin Hayes. My man. How's it going?
Oh boy. That was a race.
What happened? Talk us through the race.
What didn't happen? I mean, I finished with 26X in 75 minutes.
How did you get 26 incidents?
We'll go from the top. So the start, I think you saw Nate and I have our orchestrated spins, which in my opinion probably looked beautiful.
It was
That
beautiful.
was pretty awesome.
It was hilarious because I saw him start to lose it as I was putting on the power, and I said, sweet, a freebie, and then mine kicked. Oh no. So that
I don't know
happened.
if you saw it, but there was another person who self-spun behind you.
Yeah, there was a Porsche that went behind me, I believe.
Yep.
I think what I'm frustrated about now is I had similar pace to Nate and Nick, and they're running what, 5th, 6th right now.
Yep.
I just the rest of the there's a couple people in here who I don't like the way that they drive, but that's okay. And I overdrove trying to get around some people, which gave me a bunch of. It's brutal here with the off tracks. Brutal.
Never good to overdrive. That's how you make those mistakes.
Yeah, but even like I was getting these weird off tracks where it's like I didn't even feel like I was pushing that hard, and it's just you're using the curb that you think is available, and at some places you can cut, and some places if you go just a quarter inch wide over the white line, it dings you. But what killed me was the restart. I was at a 16x, which was still not great. But then on the restart after the yellow, we kind of bunched up into one, and someone went into the back of me, and then they spun someone and gave them a 4x, so I got the 4x by default. And then I got bumped again, and it gave me another 2x, and all of a sudden I was at a 22x in about, a 3-second period. I gained 6x, and then I had and then I drove in too deep trying to, make up time, and half spun and gave me a 2, and then I had to hold for 40.
I got to pause for 1 second. Kevin Hayes, we got Aaron Myers. He crashed. He spun off the side, and that let Nate Sides and Adam Wauke get around him. Nate Sides is up into P4, our highest finishing OMEC team member spot so far this season, I think. All right, go ahead. Correct. Continue your story.
I hope he gets on the podium. I like Nate. He's my Audi friend. Without Landon here, where there's not many Audis, it seems to be a Ferrari dominant track. The Lambo, I think, is pretty quick too. Yeah, so we just got bunched up, and I got tagged, and the no fault incident system is great sometimes, and other times you get dinged for a 4x when you don't even know what happened, when you got a little bump. That's all good. And then I had to hold for 40 and then came back out and was driving pissed off and put in the wall again. And at that point I was already 18th and just decided to probably park it based on how my emotions were at that point. Was probably going to end up spinning and hitting someone. I didn't want to do that. So
beautiful.
Yeah, that was my race.
Thanks for that rundown, play-by-play. We're going to let you go. Thanks for stopping in.
Cool. Appreciate it, boys.
We'll talk to you later. Kevin Hayes,
See ya.
everyone.
Have a nice look next week.
This battle between Kevin Medina, the Sudi Mercedes, and now looks like Tony Casita had to enter the pits. Let's go back. They were back and forth, back and forth. We got Kevin Hayes going around the outside. Tony Casito coming into the corkscrew. That's not a corkscrew. Taking them side by side. Pretty clean, respectable racing. Kevin Medina gets ahead of Tony Casito, but I think coming up here to the bus stop, Tony Casito might make another move. They're coming onto the back straight. Tony Casito's got the run. Probably almost got an off track there. He's definitely sitting in the draft. Looking like he might make a move up the inside of the bus stop. Looks like the Sudi Mercedes slowed him down.
So supposing nothing crazy happens in the next 20 seconds, I got a couple questions for Mr. Kimbrough.
I'm excited to hear them. You're definitely better at interviewing.
I wouldn't go that far.
Looks like that was quite the final minute battle here between these three. It is a shame that Tony Casito had to make a pit stop. And that is going to put him all the way back down, almost last place, down in 15th. But +1 from where he qualified. Nate Sides, are we on the final lap?
I haven't seen a white flag yet.
We are a minute 30 and 19 seconds. If this is not the final lap, then it is the second to final lap. Nate Sides is behind Adam Wauke. Is he going to try to make the pass? Costanza making the pass on Sean Brown, passing him like he is just standing still. That's going to put him up to P12. Nate Sides did have that gap closed to half a second. It's kind of fallen back to a second now. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it. We're coming through to the exit of the terrible bus stop onto the straight. Doesn't quite get the exit he needs to make the pass. This is the checker flag. This is the last lap. There is your winner, Scott Kimbrough, P1. About to be interviewed by our man, Devin Hayes. In second place, we got Aubrey Kundal. Third place, coming across the line, we have Adam Walk-Hay in that Valhalla Ferrari for P3. Our boy Nate Sides in P4. Aaron Myers in P5. Nick Terrell making his way up 14 spots from qualifying in P7. We got Mike Braun across the line in 7th place. Sorry, Nick Terrell was 6th place. Mike Braun 7th place. Patrick Cantrell was able to keep Mitch Buenaventura behind him in 8th place. Buenaventura got 9th place. Bob Lindell gonna be taking it home for 10th place once he makes his way back around to the start-finish straight. He's here on the back. Behind him, we got Kevin Medina, Richard Costanza, Chris Wells, and Tony Caicedo. Tony Caicedo had a rough race. He was right up there fighting for those top places, but then unfortunately had to pit on lap 32, along with Wells, Costanza, and Medina. That is a pit strategy that did not play out well. But there's Bob Lindell crossing the finish line in the Slomac Porsche. Behind him, we got Kevin Medina. Oh, Kevin Medina was up there fighting for the front, too. He also had to pit lap 32. There he goes, crossed the line, 12th place. Richard Costanza stuck through till the end, coming around that final hairpin for 12th place at the start-finish line. Chris Wells in the Sudi Porsche had a rough start, but he is in 13th place. Tony Caicedo coming across 14th place, up 2 spots from qualifying, and Shane Brown in 15th place. We have 5 people who've dropped out. And that will do it for Aragon. We're going to see if we can get Kimbrough and Kundal in to the booth. Maybe Caicedo? He was technically last place. Bear with us for just a minute. Oh, I can't type. Thanks, Devin. Because I broke my stupid keyboard. See if Tony will come in. Wait, Tony's here. Hold on, quick interview. Tony, can you hear us? We can't hear you if you're talking. This is your chance. This is your 30 seconds of fame. This is going to make or break your career. We really need you to talk. We're begging you. Tony. Oh, he's out. He went back.
You didn't want to talk to us.
He didn't. All right. I'm Tony. It's okay.
I said we pull Bob in here.
Let's pull Bob in here. Hopefully he wasn't mid-conversation.
No.
No. Well, we're waiting for Kimbrough and Kundal to hopefully show up for their interview. We tried talking to Tony. He didn't want to talk to us. What are your thoughts on tonight?
Yeah, I really like this track. It's a lot of fun. You can really get in the zone and just kind of flow around a little bit. I ended up getting tapped around lap 16, and then I had to wait for a bunch of cars to go by. But in the end, somehow I ended up pitting right after the wave around and making up a bunch of spots. So I'm not too disappointed with where I ended up.
That is pretty impressive. I'm surprised you like the track. I hate this track. Did you get in the groove after a while?
You know, you'd think that the Porsche around some of these long sweepers, the back end to go out, but they're just the right speed to where it holds on. It's not those super high, fast ones. So it's a blast, I think. You get just kind of get in the zone and flow around. Wish I had some music going. This would be probably the only track I could drive with music on.
You always need I always have lo-fi in the background. That's probably why I suck.
Yeah. I should try it. I should try some soothing lo-fi hip-hop beats to chill, relax, and race to.
Well, we have our... do you want to stay here for the interviews? Do you have any questions for Aubrey Kundal? Aubrey Kundal is in the booth. We were just talking to Bob Lindell.
Good race up at the front, guys.
All right, that's Bob. He's out of here. But Aubrey, how do you feel about second place? How did that race go for you today?
Yeah, no, I feel good about it. Got shuffled back a little bit on that restart after the yellow, and I was just happy I still had decent pace and was able to come up to second.
Yeah, how are those Ferraris treating you? Those two guys we usually don't see up front. It's usually Scott and then you, but we had a couple Ferraris in between you guys tonight.
Yeah, no, they had good pace. There's just a couple little mistakes here and there, but Everybody was doing that on this track, so
At the
I think the Ferraris probably eat the tires up a little more than the Lambo, so that kind of helped me.
That's what I think. Every time I've driven the Ferrari, it seems kind of like an understeery beast. How did you that group at the beginning? Were you trying to make any passes, or were you just trying to go with the flow and be kind to the fuel and tires, or what was your plan there in the beginning?
Yeah, I was just saving fuel and then trying to be easy on the tires. That first stint, I didn't need to go all out or anything, and depending on if there was going to be a yellow or not a yellow, I was going to have to do an extra lap, at least a couple, I think like 2 stints. So, yeah, I was just trying to save tires and fuel.
Definitely. You took tires on the first pit stop, right?
Yeah, I took lefts. I was thinking, like, if something happens and we come into that last pit stop and I don't need to take full fuel, it takes longer to take 4 tires. So I think that's why I jumped Scott in the pits there.
Yeah.
Because I only took 2 on my last stop also.
Scott didn't take any tires on the first stop.
Correct.
So, yeah,
and
he
then
would
I
have
think
to
he
take all
took 4. Yeah, he took all 4 on the second. So it took him a little longer, and I can't remember how much fuel, but I didn't need much fuel at that pit stop. So
that is interesting. Every time I take 2 tires, I usually will just spin it for the next lap. How do you handle the car on 2 old tires and 2 new tires?
yeah, I think it's easier if you take like left side or right side than taking fronts or rears. I have a hard time if I take 2 new fronts or 2 new rears. I usually have a hard time driving those couple laps, but taking right side or left sides, the car drives really well. And I think it drives easier than taking 4. So
Interesting. All right. Well, that was a good race. Anyone you want to shout out? Any final thoughts before we let you go?
yeah, no, thanks guys. Just thank you guys for putting this on, and really enjoying it.
All right. Awesome. Well, we enjoy having you here. Thanks for coming out racing with us. Hopefully, we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, hopefully. Thanks guys.
All right. We're gonna bring in Scott Kimbrough. You're gonna interview him. Here he is, Scott Kimbrough, P1. How do you feel about that race?
Hi guys. It was interesting. That's a very interesting track. Definitely not my favorite. I was worried about the incidents for sure, but pretty happy to only have 3, so it worked out all right.
Worried about the incidents as he has 3. Come on now.
Well, when I was practicing, I couldn't seem to
Oh,
go
I
more
got you.
than 2 or 3 laps without an incident, an off track. So it's just tough to get where the limits are and try to be fast. So it's those aren't exactly my style of track, but worked out okay. And I had never turned laps on this layout with the no hairpin at the end.
That's what I was going to ask you. How did you feel about the last minute track swap or the layout swap?
Not ideal.
You can yell at Marcus all you want for that. I had nothing to do with that.
You can send all hate mail to Bob Lindell.
It's all good. I understand the theme of sticking with how it matches up with IMSA or anything. It's just bad timing to do it, a day before the race after you spent time practicing on a certain layout already. And it's like I said, that was a layout for me. I'd never, certainly easier, but when you're trying to work on fuel consumption and do all the math for pit stops and everything else, it changed it quite a bit because it was like a 9-second quicker lap.
Oh, I had another question for you. I'm sorry. Where did it go? Oh, weird caution night. What'd that do for you? Did it change your mentality at all? Were you worried a bit?
I mean, I was expecting the caution to come. When it first came out, I wasn't sure. There was like 36 minutes left, I think. So I already knew that I could make 17 laps and go beyond 30 minutes some, but it was questionable, like how many pace laps were we going to have? Where did I come out behind the pace car? All that kind of stuff. And I hadn't changed my tires yet, so I had a fresh set of tires and full fuel. And it worked out to where the fuel wasn't an issue. We could have went one more lap still. But the o- the order of putting everybody in order probably needs some work because
Hey, my keyboard is broken, so I can't type to you, but we're gonna bring you in just a minute.
Yep, no problem.
All right, cool.
As well, that's what I was asking you about. How did?
yeah,
So what exactly happened there? Because we don't really get to, experience it.
I don't have any idea. I know talking to Mike Braun, he
Mhm.
got an unsafe pit exit, and when he looked at the replay, right at the end of the pit lane where you pass the blue cone, he put
Yep.
his right tire over the white line.
Oh.
So I mean, just barely, but that's probably why he got it.
Yep.
But for me, I don't understand. I went back and looked at the replay, and there were 2 cars that were told to move in front of me that came out of the pits behind me. So they should have been behind me. So I'm not sure how it figures out that order. And then there was 3 cars that didn't pit that took the green in first, second, third, and then proceeded to pit on the next lap.
Yep.
So that's unfortunately like that was a bad deal because they were all on probably light fuel, older tires, not sure what was going on, and then everybody else is like trying to race for the lead afterwards. And then when we went into turn 1 and turn 2, I was just ever so slightly on the left side of, it was a white Mercedes, I'm honestly not even sure who it was, and I looked at the replay and he probably didn't know I was there, which is understandable, and he just kind of drifted out a little bit, and I just clipped him in the left side, which sent him off the track. So that's unfortunate, but that's kind of the chaos that the yellow flags bring when it's near the end of the race.
That would have been Chris Wells, number 113.
Chris Wells, correct. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there. That just seemed, it was different for sure.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you could say it was a slight bit of net code because it looked like his car started to turn like left before we touched, but still, like I said, I was trying to leave him space because I assumed he probably didn't maybe know I was there, but it all happened pretty quick.
Yeah. So again, this is like, I don't even know how many times I've interviewed you at this point. It seems like every single week I'm talking to you at the end of the race. But I noticed this race, 12 laps in, already a 4-second gap. That's just insane to me.
Well, I mean, I'm not that fast, really. There's,
Consistent.
I try to be consistent. I try to practice to, like, learn where the limits are, learn fuel mileage. Like the first stint, because I wasn't sure if or when a yellow flag would come out.
Mhm.
So just like my thought process was, I'm gonna try to go long on the first stint and kind of push my chips in on that a yellow flag might come later in the race, because if I can go longer on the first one, I could potentially pit shorter on the second one and pit before a yellow flag comes out, or when I pit, I don't need to take as much fuel, and I still have my tires to take. So I was essentially saving fuel that entire first run, and I know there were 2 or 3 other cars behind me that also went the same amount of laps on the first stint, but they all had the benefit of draft, during that first stint. So when you're out front, you have to make sure whatever you've determined your fuel number is, that you can hit that running by yourself in clean air with no aid of draft. Otherwise, you'll save fuel, lose time, and then if you don't make it, then you're really screwed.
Yeah. That's all I got for you. I don't know if Marcus has anything else for you, but that's all I got. Just another congratulations on your win.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. It's fun racing. hopefully helps us all get better and have a good time doing it. So thanks for the races. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for showing up and racing with us. We'll probably talk to you
Yeah.
next week.
Well, no comment. Thank you.
All right.
though.
Thanks for coming out.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. We got one more. We got our man, Tony Caicedo. Caicedo. I don't know how to say your name, bud. Caicedo. Fuck. I see. You'll see it in the broadcast. I tried my best.
It's all good.
So how was that race for you? There was real good battles there towards the end, and then I see you had to pit on like 2 laps to go.
Yeah, I definitely got a lot. I got very ambitious hunting down Kevin because I was really just trying to make up whatever position I could. And having already done a drive-through, I was kind of limited on my incident points, and that just kind of dragged me down. I only had like 2 remaining in like the last 3 laps, and unfortunately, I just took the 2 off tracks, and that was it.
That is unfortunate. I did not know that you had a drive-through.
Yeah. I mean, I got lucky with that caution because the first drive-through, I actually had 3 penalties this entire race, so that was kind of nuts. I actually bought this track today, and I had about 30 minutes of practice before I even went into qualifying, and so I didn't understand the pit exit at all, and I just clicked the pit limiter button, the line right before the green cone, thinking that was it. So that cost me a 40-second stand. And then, 2 drive-throughs from, off tracks and whatnot. Just so tough trying to keep it tight and fast on this track.
Yeah, that's definitely unfortunate. I bought this track like also 30 minutes before the race just to spectate it. Did a couple laps, and it's definitely a hard track to figure out.
Yeah, definitely. I was just happy to somewhat keep it together and, at least get a pretty decent finish. I mean, 2 places up from where I started, so I can't complain too much,
Yeah, pretty fantastic. Well, that's all I have for you, unless Devin has anything else for you.
That's all I got. I got nothing else.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out to race with us, Tony. Hopefully, we'll see you next week. Anything else you need to add before? Anyone you want to shout out? Anything you want to say?
Haven't missed a race yet, so I'm looking forward to it. Mitch Buenaventura's got to watch his back. That's all I got to say.
Absolutely. I love to hear it. Well, we will definitely be talking to you next week, hopefully. Thanks for coming out.
For sure. Thank you.
All right. Well, that is it for us. That was Season 5, Week 6, Aragon. We're definitely going to have some yellow flag controversy. We're going to have to do some review of this race. There's going to be some things happening, but it was definitely a spicy race. In the end, we got Kimbrough and Kundal P1, P2. We got Nate Sides P4. He might be getting a raise on the OMEC team. I don't know. That's the highest we've ever finished at our own series. But I think that's going to be doing for us unless Devin Adams has any final words of wisdom for you guys, for all 3 people watching.
You're a funny guy.
One last final fun fact.
I have no more fun facts. I ran out.
Well,
I just want to say that was a pretty awesome race other than the yellow flag drama.
That was a good race. I think even with the yellow flag drama, it is unfortunate that we don't know all the rules yet. I guess I've never posted official rules about that because I thought every spotter would just tell you, but I never thought about crew chief.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that was a good race. That was very exciting. We caught a lot of exciting moments right as they were happening. Nick Terrell's massive charge all the way up from the back, keeping it out of the wall. It was crazy. It was a good race. Well, I think that's going to do it for us, everyone. Hopefully you had a good time. This was one more mediocre broadcast from your guy Marcus and your former OMEC champion, Devin Adams.